It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. We'll see Los Angeles facing Atlanta. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Clarkson. Roy Hibbert is out there with Julius Randle. And there's Bryant, and it's Russell in at the point guard.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Conley kicks to Ellis. Left side, Griffin. It's stolen by Randle. Outside, Bryant. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Monte Ellis. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Oh, free throws good from Bryant. Atlanta with the ball. 4-point game. Conley, the pass to Ellis. High post shot. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
And Bryant kicks to Russell. Hibbert with a screen on Conley. The drive by Russell. Atlanta with the rebound.
Boy, he blew the easy two by profiling. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Outside Conley. On the wing, Ellis. He's covered by Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Conley. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Do not like the execution at all there, Kevin.
Not at all. It's not what they wanted to do. Looked very rushed to try to put something up.
And here is Conley. Picked by Griffin. Outside Conley. Kicks it to Vucevic. They set the pick. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Kobe against Turkoglu. Bryant can't get it to go. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Now the dish to Conley. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Russell against Ellis. Back to Vucevic. 4 on the clock. That puts them in the lead. Kobe with it. Down low. Here's Hibbert. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Atlanta with the ball. They trail by 1. Conley kicks to Vucevic. And stolen by Hibbert. Russell against Conley. Hibbert with a screen for Russell. Hibbert with the screen. Russell dishes to Hibbert. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. Hibbert's got 6 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Conley, the pass to Ellis. That's good. He has 7.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Ryan against Turkoglu. Hibbert with the screen. Here's Clarkson. No good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Here's Conley. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Ellis kicks to Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Inside, here's Vucevic, and Hibbert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Hibbert touched it last. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Randle. Young's checked in for Clarkson, and it's Williams in for Russell. Now here's Bass. D right on him. There's a screen. Williams dishes to Sacre. Williams passes to Bass. And it's Emeka Okafor with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
1:14 left in the first quarter. And Young, here we go. And he gets the bucket. Young's got his first basket. Here's Mack. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Nene, the screen. And Mack kicks to Nene. 6 to shoot. Here's McDermott. Jump shot is good.
2 points for Doug McDermott.
43 seconds left in the first quarter. And here is Los Angeles now. Williams passes to Bryant. To the inside. And finished off by Bass.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Nene at the elbow. Pass to Okafor. Intercepted. And now here comes Young leading the break.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to...
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse, só você que me desse. Aí pensando Deus se esse quarto falasse. Mas que pena, já era, já era, já era. Não deixo mais aquela tão bela e singela. E nem dá. Por quê? Se eu ouço a voz dela é através de alô. Se passou pela favela é porque alguém me falou. Então já que me deixou por aqui, aprendi a viver pouco sozinho. Mas o que eu posso fazer, fia, se eu gosto da boemia. Essa noite pra mim é dia, mas posso mudar. Mas como isso é questão de tempo, então isso nem tenho muito, nem curto. Fica de canto, eu prefiro suar. Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. The Lakers with some momentum in their favor. They're off to a better start than last season, and that certainly bodes well. Always some changes from season to season, but they're going in the right direction. Well, without a doubt, the best thing to happen to the Lakers this offseason was jumping up in the lottery to land the number 2 overall pick, which they used on D'Angelo Russell. Kenny, how much does this help the Lakers?
Well, years ago, the Lakers had a pick, and they elected
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So for the Lakers, their last game a win against the New York Knicks. And there wasn't much question as to how that game...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Denver Nuggets. Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Magic. They got caught flat-footed, lost a game they felt should have been theirs. Looking to turn the page here. Both of these teams we're about to watch, slower pace, lots of half-court, very methodical. Shaq, what do you think is the key to making that style of play work?
Well, you know,
We are live in Denver, Colorado, the hometown for the Nuggets for an Eastern versus Western Conference matchup right here. And it's another road game for the 76ers. After dropping the first 3 games of the season, they need to turn it around.
And right now for the 76ers,
Hey guys, on today's episode of NBA 2K.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Golden State Warriors at Oracle Arena. Well, for the Warriors, they haven't yet found their groove. They're still trying to make adjustments to try and change the momentum here early in the season. Each game out right now, as their coach has reiterated, is another invaluable opportunity to refine their approach and make improvements. And Kenny, part of the early season is about making adjustments. For some, it's new personnel. For others, it's getting situated in a new... A little bit about that process.
Well, you know, players and coaches have been together for a while. They have the huge advantage because they know what to expect and they know the process.
I've gone through large changes in my career. Each day you just try to get a little better as a team, and you hope by the end it works out.
Joining us courtside, a guy who's always in mid-season form, Kevin Harlan.
Okay, fans, let's get loud!
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Craig Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. And guys,
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Checking out the 76ers, only one win in their last 6 games. They know they can play much better, looking to be more competitive tonight. You look at the roster of the Suns for this season and the past few seasons, and you'll notice a common theme. Boy, they got a lot of guards. What do you think, Kenny?
Well, it's nice to have a multiple of guys who can handle the basketball, do certain things, change things up. But, you know, sometimes that not having a lead guard hurts you down the stretch.
More levels, more devils. Diesel. Airing out the stage like a devil.
Looking at the last game for the Phoenix Suns, it was a win against the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
Ready to go? They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Detroit Pistons. And guys, for the Pistons, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. Detroit had some players leave over the summer and over last season as well. It's a young team. Looks like they're going to try and build around Andre Drummond. How do they go about that, Kenny?
Well, you know, Drummond's not a big threat from the outside. So, you know, you have to have a stretch 4 that could help him out a lot. You know, then he'd have room for interior. They drafted Stanley Johnson. The kid is going to be pretty special. And spacing around the perimeter.
On the floor for the visiting Detroit Pistons. At the other guard position.
Welcome to Philadelphia, everyone, as the 76ers get ready to defend home court in the Eastern Conference. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at the Pistons.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The action tonight at the Verizon Center as the Washington Wizards play against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they won their last matchup, that game against Detroit, feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. And we'll get to see John Wall tonight, the former #1 overall pick out of Kentucky at 6'4", with a 6'9" wingspan, 39-inch vertical. Kenny's got all the physical tools.
He's a one-man fast break. You know, he gets that rebound. Not only do you see the defense sprint, you see the offensive wing sprint the lane because they say this guy is out. And I love watching John Wall play.
We're here in Washington, D.C., and what a shot of the Capitol and the National Mall with all of its outstanding, beautiful monuments. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation.
Ready to go?
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Wizards trying to take advantage.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. Taking a look at the 76ers, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And there were rumblings about DeMarcus Cousins getting traded or wanting out last season. Ownership said they wouldn't trade him for anyone and put those rumors to rest.
Listen, it would be impossible to get equal value for the Cousins trade. He's not going anywhere. He's already a top center in the league and still very young. He just has to learn to get along with upper brass to win a championship.
And you've heard it from upper brass. So the center is the hardest position to fill. So at 25, would you trade a guy like Cousins? I don't think so, unless you.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
It's a road game for the Kings, and they're facing an interconference matchup in today's game. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday night hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Magic in Orlando. It's been hard to come by a W lately for this Orlando group. This is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. Fellas, just like we were saying earlier, a lot of excitement has been built around this new season. So far, it has not disappointed. Your thoughts, Shaq, on things so far?
Well, for the teams that are losing, it's been a disappointment. But for the teams that are winning, it's now about maintaining that consistency. See if you can make it to the playoffs, how far you can go in the playoffs, and, hey, maybe you can win a championship.
We're live, the home of the Magic, the Amway Center in beautiful Orlando, Florida. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You know, you look at the 76ers. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We're starting to get some early answers on this year's big questions in the NBA season. And here to tell us what it all means are the experts. Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm just your host, Ernie Johnson.
No one's an expert.
Huh?
No one's an expert.
Well, you guys try. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, dismal record over the last 10 games, just 2-8. Nothing seems to be going their way right now. One of the bigger stories this offseason, where would LaMarcus Aldridge wind up? Ultimately, he chose to leave Portland. How much does this set the Trailblazers back, Shaq?
Pretty far, Ernie. It's going to be impossible to replace.
It's the city of brotherly love, home of the Liberty Bell, where the 76ers are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Philadelphia 76ers. And for Philadelphia, they've been going through a bit of a rough stretch. They lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. It is clear now that the Lakers are going to have to start the rebuilding process. Some nice players to build around already, but how long do you think it'll be, Kenny, until we see the Lakers as a title contender again?
Wow, title contender? Whew. Who knows? It really depends on how these young stars develop and how quickly they do it. But they have talent at every position. But the West is the toughest league to be in when you're young.
And with the new salary cap coming and Kobe's contract coming off the books, soon they'll have a ton of money to spend on free agents. I might have to come back Take my jersey out the
Well, they might as
banners,
well
baby.
They might as well keep Kobe.
Are either of you guys going to answer the question? When will they be a title contender again?
Soon.
Can you be more vague?
Sooner than you think.
Later than I know.
All I know is it's time to go to Kevin Harlan with the call.
It's the home of the 76ers here in Philadelphia as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Wells Fargo Center. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You take a look at Los Angeles. No question they've got this game penciled in as a win, but they still have to go out and make plays. They'll look to take an early lead, then try to get this one over early.
And I think for the Lakers, of all the...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, we've kind of waited and waited for this team to come together and start producing, but it just hasn't happened. And now we've gotten pretty deep into the season, so time's not on their side. Let's talk about Klay Thompson, one of the best wings in the NBA. Might be the most complete shooting guard in the league. Most complete? What do you think?
I would have to say most complete. And, you know, what I really like about his game, especially playing next to Steph Curry, you know, when you play with a guy that has a little bit more, you tend to steal a little bit what they're doing. So, you know, his ball handling is definitely getting better. He can help with the playmaking duties. But what I love about this guy, he can score in a variety of ways.
Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And, of course, the big news, Joel Embiid out with the...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Philadelphia as the 76ers go up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. We'll be watching Dwight Howard patrolling the paint tonight. He's no longer the unquestioned best center in the NBA, but there are times, Shaq, where he can still be a dominant force.
Yeah, you know, he still has that physical advantage, Ernie, against 99% of the guys in the post. That's what I've been saying for a long time. And he does his...
It's the city of brotherly love, home of the Liberty Bell, where the 76ers are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. The road trip for the Rockets ends here as they leave for Houston right after the game.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, the goal tonight is clear, figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled, just 2-8 over their last 10. And a broader league topic with the NBA allowing zone defense starting in 2001. We've seen a steady rise in three-point shooting and an emphasis on ball movement. Kenny, do you feel the NBA is becoming more European with its style of play?
I like that. I like the European looks. I like the suits that they bring in. I like the after-game, post-game suits that guys are wearing. Oh, you're talking about the basketball part?
Well,
yes.
no, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, well, you know, the teams, FIBA team.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Philadelphia 76ers come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against the Pacers.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. And we've seen in the last few seasons the rise of the three-pointer in the NBA. Consequently, 3-and-D players who can defend and spread the floor, much coveted. Shaq, who comes to mind for you?
You think of players like Jimmy Butler, Courtney Lee, and Kawhi Leonard. You know, hitting the three gives them a foothold offensively. But, you know, I just like the way these guys play, especially early in their careers.
It's funny because this new defensive rules, Ernie, they make the 3-and-D guys, as you said, more valuable. Defenders are asked to, you know, shade and help more. So it's, you know, a lot more responsibility defensively because of that spreading of the floor because guys can knock down shots. So 3-and-D, I like that term, Ernie.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. And now coming up shortly, it's the tip. And it will be described by the one and only Kevin Harlan.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Philadelphia 76ers, they've come in off a good outing against the Indiana Pacers.
And they played with such tenacity on the defense.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they'd love to get back on a winning track. 7 losses in their last 8 games. That is not going to get it done, and they know it. And you hear Kyrie Irving's name, and you think of a playmaking point guard. But he is as deadly a shooter, Kenny, as anyone in the league from time to time.
I mean, the guy won the three-point contest,
yeah.
So no surprise there. You know, he's averaged, 2 to 3 three-pointer shots made in the last couple of seasons. Now he's quick to get off his shot off the dribble.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. The Cleveland Cavaliers coming to this one. A win against the Bulls in Chicago. The 76ers trail by 3. Outside Jackson. Here's the screen. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Let's see how the 76ers have performed over the last few weeks. 4th in opponent points per game. 5th in second chance points. And they're in the top 3rd in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
And you go back to their ranking in opponents' points per game. Teams just can't seem to put runs together against them. You get a bucket here, a bucket there, but that defense, it just wears on you.
Well, let's take a look now at some of the most explosive players in the NBA lately. The highest scoring small forwards of the past month. LeBron James second.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
And now a moment to see the stats for Irving. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. He's averaging about 19 points per, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer. I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
The 76ers trail by 5. Okafor with a screen on Irving. Jackson passes to Okafor. And there's a whistle. It goes on him on Shumpert. The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Booker comes in for Kevin Love. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Irving.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned for those people.
The Cavaliers trailing. Down low, it's Love. And Mozgov. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Shumpert in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
Good. And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
Houdini passes to Okafor, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Offensive rebound. The 76ers shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Here's Houdini. Over in the corner, Chandler out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You look at Cleveland, they like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And of course there's the 76ers, 9.5 games behind.
And I think for the 76ers, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
Yeah, and that's got to be terribly discouraging for them. I mean, I know how badly they wanted to contend for a playoff spot, but it's just not happening.
Here's Houdini, guarded by Shumpert. Here's Yates. Drops one in from the wing. Houdini's got his first bucket in this one. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the 76ers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also they've been really active on the defensive end in terms of applying pressure and coming away with steals.
The 76ers leading by 3. Right wing, Covington inside the line. Cavaliers with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Irving kicks to Love. Mozgov sets a screen for Love. Irving with a clean look. That's in there. Love with the assist. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pick by Okafor. There's the pick. Yates. Mozgov grabs the board.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Here's Shumpert. And that one is stuffed right through.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
With the pass.
And here are the 76ers now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
And guys, you've seen it happen to every team. You have to be a threat from beyond the arc nowadays, and if your team goes cold, it really can sabotage your game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
The 76ers trail. Fires from 18. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mozgov's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Irving up top. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Irving's got 7 now in this quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Pick by Okafor. There's the dish to Covington. Here's Houdini. Down low. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. J.R. Smith picks one up. The 76ers have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made. And Cleveland making a change here. James is checked in. Kendall Marshall's checked in for Philadelphia. And both free throws good for Covington.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Irving's shot is good.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Here's Houdini, guarded by Shumpert. Houdini passes to Okafor. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Shumpert. Now the pass to Love. From 11 feet away. LeBron, no luck. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Houdini. To the middle. Here's Okafor. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
At the line for 2.
Mozgov hits them both.
Thank you, Cleveland!
The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. There's the pick. Marshall gets a screen from Yates. From deep. Shot's good. Marshall making the play. Houdini's got 5 points in the quarter.
What a pass by Marshall. That's outstanding teamwork.
James with it. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor. And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Okafor against Mozgov. Puts it up from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 6 points for Jahlil Okafor.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Passes it to Covington. Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Love. Now, here's Marshall. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the rejection by James. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season.
That team's making some changes here. And so that brings the first half to a close. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 6. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson, and after that...
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground game. Shumpert's checked in for Cleveland. Houdini's checked in for the 76ers. And so in the game for the 76ers, Yates in at shooting guard. Okafor out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Marshall in at the point guard position. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. That's going to send Wilson Chandler to the line. That one on Mozgov.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for them. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
They set the pick. The rebound by Yates.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Here's Chandler, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Picked by Mozgov. Irving kicks to Mozgov. Chandler with the block.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Covington dishes to Marshall. Chandler with the screen on Love. Marshall passes to Chandler. And there's the feed to Okafor. Again, Philadelphia.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Mozgov sets a screen for Love. Irving from long range. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got his 3rd assist on the night. The 76ers trail by 5. And here is Marshall. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Outside jumper. Now James. He's got 5. Shot clock at 6. Right side Irving. Pulls up. Rebound by Yates. Houdini's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Irving kicks to Love. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Houdini's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Over in the corner, Marshall. Okafor sets the pick for Marshall. And there's a whistle. It goes on him on Shumpert. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Seraphin, he's checked in for Cleveland. Trevor Booker comes in for James.